Hi, what's going on? My name is Anant. In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect any third-party application with SendMails.io using Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect is a platform that allows you to connect any marketing application in the world with SendMails.io, whether you're using Facebook ads, WooCommerce, Shopify, Calendly, any type of CRM, appointment scheduling application, lead scraper, all of it can be connected directly with SendMails.io using Pabbly Connect. It's a Zapier alternative, but 10 times affordable. So make sure to check out Pabbly Connect from the description below. Now let's just see how do you connect your favorite application, whether you're using Facebook ads to generate leads and the captured leads, you want to send it directly to SendMails.io so that you can further follow up with the leads, sending automated drip campaign email, or whether you want to follow up with someone who booked a meeting with you using Calendly. So for this example, we're going to take Calendly as an example, but the process is going to be the same for any type of application that you're using, whether it is Shopify, WooCommerce, Facebook ads, all of them can be connected in the same way with SendMails.io using Pabbly Connect. So make sure you follow the entire tutorial, and if you have any question, drop it down in the comment below. Now, to connect SendMails with your favorite application, what you need to do is first create a workflow. So over here, I'm going to create a workflow as Calendly to SendMails.io, right? And the agenda for us is to transfer any invitee that has been created to SendMails.io. So if someone books a call with you using Calendly, you want to enroll them into SendMails.io list so that you have any automation in place which can further follow up with them using drip email campaign that you've created inside SendMails.io, right? So the first thing you need to do is you need to connect your application with Pabbly. So over here, I have created a test event inside Calendly, right? Which is what I'm going to use over here. So this test event looks like this. We are collecting the first name, last name, email, and message. Now, if someone book a call with us, we want to enroll that person to SendMails.io. That's the agenda for us. So first, we are going to search for Calendly. Over here, you get thousands of applications, whether it is Facebook ads. As you can see over here, we have Facebook lead ads. Then we have Shopify, right? We have WooCommerce, right? It doesn't matter which application you're using right now. All of them can be connected directly with SendMails.io using Pabbly Connect. So over here, we're going to use Calendly because we are trying to connect Calendly. So just search for Calendly, click on Calendly, and over here, when do we want to send that contact to SendMails? Whenever a new invitee is created, which means whenever a new booking has created, we want to send that information to SendMails.io. So I'm going to select that invitee created over here. Now I need to connect my Calendly application with Pabbly Connect so that it can listen to Calendly. So as you can see, I've already created my Calendly, but I'm going to do it from scratch. So I'm going to click on add a new connection, but you can always reuse one of the connections that you've already created in the past. So I'm going to do it from scratch. Just head over to add new connection and click on connect with Calendly, but make sure you're logged in with Calendly. Over here, you can see I'm already logged in with my Calendly account. So now I'm going to click on connect with Calendly. It's going to open a pop-up, and since I'm already logged in with Calendly, it's not much of a work. So as you can see, the authorization is successful and my account is successfully connected with Pabbly. Now over here, I want to capture the data first so that we can transfer that data to SendMails.io. But before we do that, let's just also connect SendMails.io with Calendly. So let's search for SendMails.io. I've just searched for SendMails.io over here. And the action is to add a new subscriber, right? I want to add a new subscriber as soon as someone books a call with me. And first I need to connect my SendMails application. As you can see, I've already connected that, but I'm going to create a new connection over here. You can name it whatever you want. Let's say I'm going to name it as Anand SendMails account, right? And you can have like multiple accounts connected with Pabbly. So for username, you always need to put API underscore key. That's it. For username, it's it is what you need to put, nothing else, API underscore key. And for token, you need to get it from campaign API. So just head over to your campaign API and copy this API token. Make sure you keep that secret. After I record this video, I'm going to renew the token so that this cannot be misused, and make sure you also keep it confidential with you. So I'm going to paste my API token over here, and let me just save this over here. So my API token is now connected. But I just want to remind you one thing. If you renew this token, the Pabbly connection will be lost, right? So just keep that in mind, that while you're connecting SendMails with Pabbly, you keep that confidential, you copy this over here, but do not renew it, because if you renew the token, then the connection will be lost. But I'm going to do it because I don't want anyone to misuse my API key. So over here, you can see I need to put my list UID and a bunch of other things. But before that, we need to capture the data. And to capture the data, I need to click on save and send test request so that I can capture a data. I need to at least get a test data, right? I need to do it for once so that I have the sample of that data, which I can then map with SendMails.io. So I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here it says it's waiting for the response. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to book a meeting. Let's just put an email as Anand plus test@sendmails.io and schedule an event, right? That's it. So the moment you do it, it's going to capture that data. We've already got these details over here. First name, last name, right? The complete name is Anand Gupta, and a bunch of things have already been captured. It is actually a JSON data that it has captured and converted it into human readable response like this, right? It's basically a JSON data. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that data and map it with SendMails.io so that anytime someone books a call with me, is going to automatically enroll into my list. So first of all, we need to select the list where I want to enroll the lead. So do we want to create a new list? Yes, we can do that. How do we create a new list? Just click on create a new list, and you can name it whatever you want. You can set your default from name, from email, and create a new list directly from here. But since I've already created a list, I'm not going to do that from scratch. So I already have one list as started free trial. Let's just take this list for an example. So on the top, you can see in the browser icon, I have list / and there is an ID which I need to copy and paste it over here in the Pabbly Connect. So this is my list user ID, list UID. Now I need to put my first name, last name, and email. So to put the first name, I need to map it with Calendly's data, which we got it from here. Keep in mind, right? We got the data from here. So this data is going to be mapped with Calendly over here. So let's just search for first name. Okay, we are not getting it. I think it is happening because the fields are not refreshed. Let me just refresh the fields once again. Okay, we got that. Now let's just click on Calendly and we are mapping the first name. Now let's just map the last name. Okay, we got it. And now let's just map the email. So the email, we got it over here, the resource email. That's it. And click on save and send test request so that you can send a request to SendMails.io to test it, right? So let me just test it. Okay, so here it says subscriber was successfully created. All right, so let me just find out that email. So I'm going to go to my subscribers, view all, and I've created an email as Anand plus test@sendmails.io, which is over here, right? And it was created just right now. So that means my connection is working, and now if I book another meeting, it's gonna work for me. Let's just do that with in incognito tab so that you get that confidence. So I'm gonna paste it over here, right? Let's just book another meeting. Test meeting test plus meeting @sendmails.io and schedule event. That's it. We have successfully booked a meeting. Now if I go back over here and I refresh my page, it should create another user with the name test meeting, which is over here. Look at this, test meeting, test plus meeting @sendmails.io. So now you understand how you can easily enroll any contact inside SendMails.io using Pabbly Connect. One of the features which is a little advanced, but I want to show you, you can also use Campaign API to do a lot of different things which are not available in Pabbly Connect integration. Like right over here, you see there are like bunch of integrations available for SendMails, which is creating a user, searching for a user. Let me just show you what all integrations are available, and we will be adding more integration in Pabbly in future. But over here, you see the integrations that are available are get a subscriber, find subscriber by email, add a new subscriber, and create a new subscriber is already deprecated. You cannot use this. But let's say you want to do beyond that. You want to do different things like deleting a contact, searching, updating, and a bunch of other things. For that, you can always use API endpoint. You can make a request to that API endpoint and you can do multiple different things. Like over here, you can see, look at the things that we can do. So if you have the access to the campaign API, you can get information about all campaigns, add a new campaign, get information about specific campaign, update campaign, run a specific campaign, pause a specific campaign, resume and delete a specific campaign. You can also, create a subscriber, display a subscriber, find, add a tag, update, subscribe a subscriber, unsubscribe a subscriber, delete a subscriber, and do a bunch of different things with these API endpoints. So let me just show you what we have just done right now, which was adding a new subscriber. Let's just do this with the help of API key. So let's see how are we going to do it. So to do that, we're going to take this API key, which is create a subscriber for a mail list. Let's just click over here, and over here you can see all the parameters which are available for us to make a API request. So this API is a post request, and over here this is the endpoint where we need to make a API request, right? This is exactly what you can replicate for all the different actions that you see. If you want to learn more about API, we have a dedicated video on that as well. Make sure to check out the playlist. Let me just take you to that playlist. So if I go over here on playlist, here you can learn the basics of API, which is over here, SendMails integration. If you go over here, there is a playlist that teaches you basics of API, campaign API by SendMails.io, API for marketers and non-developers. So let me just quickly use one of the API key to do the exact same thing which we have done right now. So I'm going to take this, copy over here, and instead of creating a SendMails integration, let me just delete it from here. I'm going to create an API request. So to do that, you can select API, and over here we're going to make a post request because the type of request is a post request. Now the endpoint is the one which I got it from here. This is the endpoint, and this is the data that we need to pass to Pabbly Connect. So the data that we are passing is a JSON data, which is correct. Now we also need to pass the authentication token. So over here I'm going to put API_key, and over here I need to put my API key, which is this one, which I copied from campaign API tab. So I'm going to copy my API key and paste it over here, which you can also get it from here, right? This is your API key, API token. So now I got it from here and I pasted the API key over here. Now this is where I need to set parameters. I need to add more values. So values are going to be, let's say, list user ID. So the label is list UID, and list user ID is going to be, let me just go to the list and copy the list UID. So I'm going to open this, and let me just copy the list UID once again and paste it over here. So list UID I've already copied. Now I also need to pass few more things, which is the first name and the last name. So I'm gonna copy the first name over here. Let's also pass the last name over here, and let's also pass the email over here, right? So I'm gonna pass the email. Now here you can search for the email, which is from this tab, first name, which we got it from here, and the last name, which we got it from here, right? So first name, email, I know this, we disorganize it. It should be first name, last name, and then email, but it's fine. So we've already passed the data that we need to pass over here. You can pass more data over here. You can see there are other fields. So if you have created any custom field inside your list, all of that can also be passed using the API. I can create one more field, and I can pass that to the API endpoint. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a test request. So ideally it should not enroll the email because anand+test@sendmails.io is already created. But let's just see. Let's just try to send an API request. And look at this. The message we are getting is the email field has already been taken because it's already created. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my view all, and I will delete this email which I just created. So I'm going to delete this. Now let's go back here and let's try to enroll it one more time. And as you can see, the subscriber was successfully created. Now if I go back and refresh the page, this is now created, anand+test@sendmails.io. If you want to learn more about API keys, make sure to check out these two videos where I've explained in depth about what is API and how it works for marketers and non-developers. So make sure you check this out, check out the video and learn more about API key, where you can do much more complex things than what you can do with the basic integration that you see. All right, that's it for today. If you have any question, drop it down in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.